Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Braggio.
Hello.
And Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Bragg.
Still cranking away at XC Cup Festival, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, it's still going at the moment.
It's such a punish. Like.
I just ignored
You said
it
that
completely.
so metal.
It's such a punish. These Labyrinth matches, just.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Labyrinth, that famous Xyz deck.
Makes trains. I think.
Oh, if they made trains, it would be sick, but no, they just do their normal shit. It's not unbeatable, it's just every match. I'm like, I was kind of enjoying. Versus Zodiac. That was great.
I put this in almost every little survey that they do after these cups.
Yeah.
Please make them more restrictive so you have to play within the type.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen, and it seems to be Labyrinth almost exclusively now. That's the exception.
Like, I'm playing Cash with Snake Eyes. I'm also a problem. But I'm not a Labyrinth problem. Where it's a full deck. Mine is just, it's atrocious. Where it's like, bounce that, attack the game, because, nothing can stop Flamebird.
Putting stuff back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. So, yeah.
So tell your opponent that when you put back an XCs, the materials go with it.
Load up
The
the
materials
full back.
don't
Yeah.
exist.
Loads up all back row as continuous spells, and they can't play.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it works.
Exactly how it works. Then you cash tier and lock the monster zones.
Maybe that's how they make Exodia good. They make an Xyz with all of the pieces, even though I'm pretty sure heads a different level to the rest of them, and then put them back in the back row, and then somehow bounce them all back to hand.
Yeah.
I think the new stuff does that.
Yeah, isn't that's what
Yeah, it's literally what the new stuff does.
Yeah, but it's fusions. Bad.
Okay.
Then on normal ladder, just the harmonica stuff. Really need the Fiendsmith stuff with it. And that's the same with real life, but there's different reasons why I don't have it there.
You're going to be a while off it.
No, even just the I'm going to start with the tracks. Like they'd probably be enough to make the deck shuffle along a bit. Because as soon as you get the Fiendsmith stuff, and that's my problem. As soon as I get the Fiendsmith stuff, I'll be like, I've got Snake Eyes. I'm just going back to playing Fiendsmith Snake Eyes. So, just tracks, and then search.
Just tracks.
Yeah,
Yeah. Such as a fiend.
they're not that much, are they?
Or track second effect came up huge today. I was like,
But the fusion summon.
yep.
Yeah.
They're only $50 though, right?
Tracks?
Yeah.
Not even that.
You have to get them though.
Yeah, Harry's got 1 million of them.
Does he?
Yeah.
I also have spares if you want to borrow.
Yeah.
Like, I only need to play one. I have three.
Yeah, well, I'm playing 3.
Oh, okay, no, that I can't help you with 3. I can help you with 2.
Yeah,
Not 3.
it's better than
Is
none.
it fusion summon a fiend or just fusion summon?
Fusion summons using fiends from hand.
Yeah, that's boring.
I'm looking for the search
Yeah,
and the discard. For the search.
a fusion summon.
Light Fiends. Who would have thought they would be useful? Also, I forgot that Exciton could have been a closed moon, heaven, whatever. Never really occurred to me that.
The
I'm like,
original White Fiend.
yeah, I just was like, oh, that's right. So any rank 4 can also go off.
Yeah. Well, before we got the goddess thing, I was very much like, fuck, it's not out. Fuck, it's not the set. Fuck. Exit on that. Exit on that. Exit
Oh,
on that.
okay, yeah. But then you have to have level 4s, which is irritating.
Excuse me, I activated my ostinato. Anyway.
True.
I think I'm started on fucking Ostinato.
Do you reckon that, well, when we get to Bandless Talk, we'll talk about that eventually, which I don't think is today, is it?
No,
For
we're
sure,
not doing Bandless Talk till mid next month because it's not coming for another month.
Now that we know.
We've got 3 weeks, though.
Mid
Yeah,
next
it's
month.
Oh! Do we do birthdays at the top or the bottom?
Top of the hour.
What's happening?
Happy birthday to team member Seb, almost team member Jesse, and the podcast.
Yes.
It's our, what, 10? 10?
8? No, the pod's younger by, the pod was 2016. 8.
Okay, so we're 8 years old.
Well, no, the pod's 8 years old, the team is 9.
9, so we're 9 years
Because we
old.
did this as just random couch talks. It's some very grainy footage.
I've seen the footage. It's very grainy.
If enough people join our Patreon, you might get to see it.
Before
Yeah, it's
lights.
only on the Patreon. Definitely not pre-existing on YouTube if you look hard enough for it.
No.
Most of it's hidden.
I'm not there, so it's
Most.
Yeah, Ben's off. I don't even remember what you're doing at that point.
2016 was when I was like fucking showing up to locals playing literally starter deck.
Yeah, but not our locals.
No, showing up to our locals. Here's my starter deck. Yeah.
So I was showing up to good games playing structured decks with too many copies of Bottomless Trap Hole.
I don't remember how I got back into the game. Like, I don't know how I thought to go to Nara. Because I think it was because I was driving trucks at the time. And I just
One late night, your truck broke down in front of a store and you went in to see if you could borrow their phone. Because, you know, mobiles aren't a thing in Nara. And then you saw them playing a game that you used to love and you were inspired.
I think it kind of is close to that. Where, like,
Yes.
I had bought, like, a Dark...
Ben Law! Yes!
I had bought a Dark Magician online because I was like, I just want a Dark Magician. And then that spiraled to, where can I buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards? And it was like Nara. And because I used to drive the long hauls, there was one night where I had to go an extra shift. So, like, I'd normally come home on the Wednesday. And instead, that night I couldn't get out on the Wednesday because I didn't finish till like 1 a.m. So then I stayed in Bateman's Bay and then did a morning run. And then was like coming through at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, oh, this place says it's open till 9. I'll go in. And I went in, they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh locals. And I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I'm going to come back here.
Who would have? Yeah, I never would have connected the truck driving to that.
That's how I got back
Can't
into
find
Yu-Gi-Oh.
locals in Bateman's Bay. Well, there's some.
Then I used to buy the packs from the Kmart at Bateman's Bay because I'd be based out of Bateman's Bay when I was doing long hauls.
See, I used to buy from the Stockland in the Kmart in Stockland in Nowra.
So
That was my main card purchasing place.
I used to go to the Kmart at Bateman's Bay, used to have Amiibos.
Yeah.
They'd always be on clearance. So, like, they used to sell fucking Super Mario, like, Mario Racing Wii for, like, it was on clearance like $5. And then, like, the Amiibos were on clearance for $1. So I'd literally go in, spend $10 and buying, like, Amiibos and a copy of Mario Kart on the Wii. I'd go to EB Games, trade in for, like, 70, use that to buy packs.
Hey,
And then
the racket.
off I go. I did that every week for like 2 months. No, the packs I used to buy, premium gold.
Ah.
Yeah.
So it was looking really positive for your net gains until until the set you decided to go in on.
It got even worse when
At the
Premium Gold
time.
3 dropped. When Premium Gold 3 dropped, I was like, I need all of these cards.
Which was Premium Gold 2 then?
Return of the Bling?
Yeah.
Which did that have in it? No, we didn't get Return of the Bling for ages.
That had
after
DM.
Return of the Bling was 2015. Yeah.
What was the other? No, I swear Return of the Bling, they didn't give it the shit name until later.
What was that? Return of the Bling was 3.
Yeah, I think Return of the Bling was 3.
Okay.
They've had so many gold branded packs. It's crazy because, like, yeah, there was the
Because it
original
went
3.
El Dorado and then
No,
Return of the Bling.
No.
I swear-
Return of the Bling is one of those 3 original return sets.
Was it?
Yep. So used to have Gold Series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 was Haunted Mine. Then we had Premium Gold, Premium
Yes.
Gold 2, and I think it's Premium Gold Return of the Bling.
Well, Premium Gold 2 I thought was 2015.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So I used to buy a bunch of Premium Gold 2, and then when Premium Gold 3 dropped, I was like, you mean Max C's in here? You mean Dark Destroyer's in here?
Oh, I'd
Bye.
So then
Oh,
Premium
Backjack
Gold,
was in Premium Gold 2. That was probably the best
Yeah.
card in the set.
Wasn't there also Beatrice?
Beatrice was in 3.
Beatrice
Beatrice
Oh,
released.
Beatrice was ages.
Beatrice
yeah.
released in 3.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had the rare. From
Anyway,
How did we get from Jesse and Seb's birthday to this?
for the record, I'm banned from that. I was banned from that Kmart at one point.
subscribe to the Patreon to find out why.
Yeah.
Ben, how was your week?
My week in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a little disappointing. I only won every game.
Yeah.
I only won both locals. Why wasn't there a third for me to win?
You are on Fiendsmith, right?
Yep.
Of course he is.
Fiendsmith Snake Eyes.
Checking.
I played like my own build on Tuesday. I had won, and I was like, cool, let's change it. So today I played the build with the rabbit. Very lucky I played the rabbit. I probably would have lost to Andrew if I didn't play the rabbit. So like my opening hand
I
was
love it.
a brick. It was 2 engraver, tracked, hand trap. So the being able to fuse with the hand was pretty fucking huge. Especially, so he ashed the tract, and that was his own hand trap, and I was like, I win! Yay!
Wow. Wait, did you go first against Andrew?
Yeah, I won.
Oh, well, that's huge, so.
Yeah. So yeah, overall, I won a lot of games. I don't remember how I won a lot of them. On Tuesday night, Rise to Full Height put in a lot of work. It won me 2 matches, Rise to Full Height. So, I take that. Then at locals today, my pools were just as bad as Jake's. So we'll cover to Jake's locals.
Yes, my week. So, Tuesday, after toiling away for what must be at least 2 weeks, putting together a deck that I was very fond to try. It was a bit of a passion project. The reason I was keeping it secret is because eventually there's going to be a profile. That won't be happening.
Can we profile it anyway?
I watched Jake play 2 matches.
I refuse to put that out into the world, and, no.
I watched Jake play 2 matches.
At best, you can have a TikTok of it saying that it's garbage.
But you could get it up on MCOL40.
No.
So, I watched Jake play 2 matches. I did not see him play a card.
We interrupt Jake's week to go back to Ben's week of watching Jake.
I just wanted to say that I saw him play 2 matches, and I didn't see him play a card in those 2 matches.
So, what I was playing on Tuesday, and will never play again, was Melodious Agents. The theory behind the deck is that Ostinato is a 1-card starter. Did I see Ostinato? Not a fucking chance!
I was like, yeah, you do still have to open the Ostinato there.
All I opened was fucking Shine Balls, and that's it. That's all I opened. Drove me insane. I knew that it was a possibility, okay? I knew it was a possibility going in that opening Shine Ball, 1 or 2 every couple of hands was a thing that could happen. It worked out in such a way that I opened so many of the Shine Balls and the Garnets that I'd open a 1-card hand. In a super... No. Brosp is not the problem. Opening
just saying 37
4 cards that do nothing is a problem.
But if you just said you've seen shot...
Also, part of the problem is you can't run Prosp because you run through about 15 cards of your extra deck through the combo.
Are you playing 40 cards?
42.
See, you're running into the small problem of you have to play low card count so that you see the 1-card combo. But you're playing a fuckload of bricks.
Yeah. So the theory of... Well, that's the thing. The theory was to bump it. I'm even been playing 44 because I'd added the Herald of Orange Lights. So I'm like, this seems free. Didn't open those either. So anyway, that deck got put into the deck box, which will then get put into the folder, which will then get put in the bin, which will then get put into fire.
How many games have you played? Because if you've seen
3.
2.
I feel like you should give the...
Technically, you just played 1 game.
Shouldn't you give it more chances though? Because if you've seen Shine Ball every hand, that's super unlucky. You're gonna
no. Because if it happens to me again, people will die.
But that's okay.
It depends on who the people are. Anyway, as I said, deck goes to...
Wait. Play it on Tuesday. I'll come
Deck
Tuesday.
goes into box, goes into binder, goes into bin, goes into fire. Never again. Then I put back to Element today, and everything was fine. First team first he was playing Snake Eyes. I'd already written that match off, didn't give a fuck.
He's not playing hand traps, it was just an auto win. I won die roll and was like, game over.
That's the thing, if I can put shit on the board, you don't interact that much with the graveyard. It's just I didn't have any way to put any shit in the graveyard.
So, I didn't want to tell Jake what my hand was. I had Bestials in my hand. Both games. Yeah.
Anyway, and then, I think overall today I went X2, but one of those was a buy.
That was what...
And then I versed the FTK in the last round. Again, no hand traps.
You got dunked on.
And also he had the fucking field spell, so it wouldn't matter if I had hand traps.
Imperm still works.
Except for specifically Bestials or Imperms.
Yeah. That's why I'm playing Bestials and Imperms. Yeah, that happened when Andrew was trying to FTK me. I committed a lot of resource to add the field spell, and then he's like, activate Thrust. No, sorry, around the other way. There was game 2. He was going first. I ashed his Searcher. That he's like, Imperm... No, he activated Terraforming, I ash it, because I didn't want to get the field spell. So he goes,
I see we're back on Ben's week.
yeah. So he goes, talents, look at my hand. And I'm like, well, you see, sir, I have 2 starters and 2 hand traps. You have 2 cards in hand. What do you choose? He pulled back the nib, and then I bestial his grave, and then he passed.
You're taking the draw.
This does bring up a good point, though. Circling back to your week part 3. This format is
part 4.
objectively dog shit.
It's fantastic.
No, it is actually awful because
loving
you have to
this
play a $600 engine to compete or play
play
an
bestials.
FTK.
Monica can.
Bestials
Every now
beat
and then.
both.
It can win a game. That's okay.
Bestials are
And
great.
also,
for that.
Bestials only stop the Fiendsmith portion or maybe the IP. And also, you still
play
have
gimmick
to open
puppets.
them. I will refuse to play those until the day I die.
Oh,
Play the non-FTK version.
you brick with
There is no
gimmick puppets,
non-FTK version. What does it do if it doesn't FTK? It steals a couple monsters. Woo!
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Still
Boring.
Zash
Steal them
Popper.
forever.
Boring and gross. Also,
Like me.
because Caleb hasn't played Terra Elements before, he stole my Rukalos and then refused to use its effect to negate my summons. Because obviously he wanted to keep it off the board. It was so free.
I'm confused. Was he scared that when it would go to grave, then it'd trigger? Come back your wood?
I'm assuming so. Or he just didn't know that that's what it did. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And
Now
then,
he
yeah,
knows.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Next week I'll have Bestials. Yeah, and then still can't play Master Duel. I think the computer is kaput. So I'll probably get it on Game Boy for the meantime until I get a new computer. We shall see.
Why haven't I tried that before?
That'd be great.
Well,
Yeah,
put
it'd
it
be
on
pretty
Switch.
And put it on Game Boy.
It's Game Boy to me.
Like,
I don't know why they'd ever get rid of that nameplate.
He's
to be fair, I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! On my Game Boy.
defaulted to my parents. Oh, you got your Game Boy? It's a PS2, Mum!
But in actuality, why would they ever get rid of that nameplate? Call it the Game Boy Switch if you have to.
Sexist.
Switch 2 is going to be the Switch Game Boy.
Yeah, I'm not.
There'll be a
I'm not
pink one,
delving
it's called
into
Game
this.
Girl.
Delving.
There'll be a grey one, just called Game. If I offended anyone there, I apologise. I didn't know how to finish that joke.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was
Yeah.
steering way clear of. Game, a very successful store. I bought Yu-Gi-Oh! Custom there at one point.
Same. Didn't Game used to host an Orellan regional? Coles regional?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Game regional.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, we used to go to Game for a little while.
Yeah, Coles regional.
For like a month and a half, we went there for their locals.
Those were the days. I remember being invited to that and being like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Meanwhile, I'm going to drive down to Nara.
Yeah.
No wrong.
I mean, Nara's free wins at the time. This was like 2019.
It was fun while we
I
were
can't
there.
believe we're not going to Nara
Oh,
while the
usually-
highway's so much
You
better.
were going to Game because you were trying to grind OTS packs and Nara wasn't getting OTS packs. There was something in the OTS packs everyone wanted.
Was there anything in the
Oh.
OTS packs you guys
Yeah.
wanted?
Yeah, we forgot to mention that. So yeah,
How many apples?
I was feeling deep hatred for life and everything in it.
He was so mad.
Ultis came about. There were 4 of them pulled at today's locals.
Making 5 in total out of the box.
2 Exodia heads, 1 Diviner, and the Ash.
Yep.
I got the Exodia head. He got the Diviner.
No, you got the Diviner. I got the Exodia head.
No,
I can go and open my binder right now. There's an Exodia head in
the
there.
trading card game, and we swapped.
Yes. We did swapsies.
Because he wanted head and I wanted Diviner.
I wasn't sure which the angle he was going there for.
I
but
never wanted head.
That's right, you got head now.
Yeah, but I got it from you.
You wish. Moving on to news. We have the day
Check it out,
1
Chief.
breakdown of decks from the WCQ in Berlin. So, unsurprisingly, the highest representation is Fiendsmith Snake Eyes at 24%.
Only 24% out of 2,000 players.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
2,100-ish players.
They don't get OTS champs in North America, do they? Do they?
Yeah, they do. They were the first ones it was announced for.
I thought they had regionals announced. They get a lot more regionals.
So that's 500 decks. That's 1,500. That's 1,500 engravers in that room.
Yep.
Sure, that's all the engravers in Europe.
Also, that's just accounting for the Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
There's other decks.
Oh yeah, the
You
Uber
will
as well.
Fiendsmith.
Yes.
Yeah, but-
Tempire Dragon at 10%. There's probably not engravers in there, although there could be.
Tenpai Engraver.
There could be.
I mean, you could just cut your Tempai engine, put Engraver in, and you end up on the same shit anyway.
I mean, if you did that first, that engine first, if you made to go first, just set up a double negate.
Yeah.
Or you can Beatrice send a...
Yeah.
If you only have Green Dragon, you can Beatrice send another dragon, normal summon the Green Dragon, bring it back.
We're solving Snake... not Snake Eyes. That's
or you're
solved.
going
the other one.
Promethean.
Yep.
Next down is Fiendsmith Ubel at 9%.
Why do we make level 6 splashable monsters? With
man.
Beatrice?
I don't know.
And then the counter to that level 6 engine is also level 6s.
Then you can make your own Beatrice.
Next down at 6 is Runic. Probably not any
Schmitz on Runic
Fiendsmith in there, although there could be.
Fiendsmith Runic. You can... yeah, that works.
Now, all the Runic players are going to be the people that haven't bought cards in the last 24 months.
You can Beatrice send a quick play spell, and then when you resolve, you get an extra draw.
That sounds awful. That sounds fucking awful. Next down at 3% is Ritual Beast.
Yeah, yeah.
Props to them, because I had the aspirations to play that deck, watched replays, had no idea what was happening at any point, and put it away.
Ritual Beasts.
Harry told me he bought all of Ritual Beast, and I was like, probably should have told you that I have at least 3 cores.
But it's the main thing that costs money, the new level 1.
The Lara.
Yeah.
Yeah, also Old Elder is a lot of money.
Yes.
Apparently you paid like $30 each on the Elders. 20 or 30.
Damn.
I was like, fuck.
We should sell those. Wait, is that we or you?
I have a bunch, and we have a bunch.
Yes, we should sell those.
I don't want to...
So many.
That pack just keeps just paying, doesn't it?
I opened...
Except if you have any Gen X's.
I have half a case of that set sitting aside.
Next down, also a 3% branded. Unsurprising. Puppet is still available.
Apparently you can puppet lock with just the Fiendsmith card.
Shocking.
I saw a meme today of like someone that had been... They were playing branded puppet lock and they got puppet locked. And it was a meme of like, how could you do this to me? This is my thing.
Next down at 2%, Memento. An up-and-comer in the meta, I guess you could say.
I don't know how
it
Harry
can
finished
also
today.
run Fiendsmith.
Harry was on Memento. I don't know how it went.
He messaged me quite mad a little bit in, but he then beat Gimmick Puppet, so it looked like he beat Gimmick Puppet.
It's a very complicated deck, to be fair. It takes a little while to work out what the optimal lines are.
It's just 5 negates. Just 5 negates.
Just 5.
Well,
and a 5,000
4.5.
attack point monster. And a fusion that I think can pop stuff off turn.
Droplet? Does it solve all that problem?
No, because it's not the monster that gives him the gates, it's the back row.
Anyway.
And then 43% other.
Yeah.
It's quite a big... That's an Australia YCS representation of other.
Oh, okay. I was like 40? Eh?
Yeah. We like the others.
Yeah.
I like Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes Fiendsmith's great.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy it while it lasts. 'cause
Anytime you think
there's
you've bricked, you
simply-
haven't.
Yeah. It's...
There's simply no way it survives, so...
Have I
enjoy
fucked
it.
up 3 times? Yes. Does it matter? No.
Against Ethan at some point. I think it was against Ethan game 1. He hit me with 3 different hand traps, and I was like, oh no. I pass. Anyway, I use my 2 hand traps. Anyway, you're dead now.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you need 3 hand traps to stop 1 card.
It simply cannot continue.
Well, so there we go. It'll keep cranking along.
Until late August.
Well, even late August, like, I don't see how they nuke it. Like, they have to go, like, full ban multiple...
Yes.
Which they won't. They'll just do...
Because?
They'll do taps going, this'll destroy it, and it'll hit the consistency.
I don't think...
In a deck that could just run 50 cards and still be consistent.
I don't think they can afford to do that.
Yeah, they can. It's only... It's only fall over there. They'll have... They don't care about those tournaments. They'll reassess in September.
I don't think that they...
September. November.
The fact that they've even bothered to delay the ban list means that they know that it's a problem.
It just means they're going to hit Snake Eyes even
I
harder.
think they wanted the summer off.
I don't know.
A lot of seasonal talk.
And also,
me.
they clearly haven't had the summer off because they've got all of the WCQ events. So people are
What do you mean?
working.
Jerome's done.
Yeah. They
Jerome's got his
packed
feet
it up
kicked
2
up.
weeks ago.
Jerome's always on holidays, man.
Where do you reckon
They
he goes?
prop him up in front of a screen every 3 months to tell us about the new set. Whack him in a hideous tie.
So he
and
goes
then
to
put him
wherever
back in
makes
the
that
box.
tie. He goes there to buy another
Thailand.
tie.
You reckon when he's poolside in Thailand, he's just on a daybed?
It was too
tie.
easy.
It was too easy.
Moving on to some news.
Was there anything else from? Nah, it's all good.
Mimigor got featured
talk-
on stream.
Yeah, I watched the
actually,
first turn
yeah.
and he didn't really do that much, and I was like, to bed I go.
Yeah, that's the point at which I fell asleep because I was rewatching and I saw it, and then I fell asleep. And then I rewatched it this morning, and I tried to skip past it. And on Twitch, it's very hard to skip a certain amount. You just sort of
Did he
skip
get
random
bodied?
chunks. And then I looked at the board. I was like, "Holy shit!" He had so much going for him.
Oh,
Very little of it was Mimigul, because
he's
I
playing
think I
Fiendsmith
caught
with
it.
Miggle, I think.
No, it's not Fiendsmith. It's Vanquisol. Vanquisol.
Ah.
Oh, that's the Okay, now good. All right, I know this exact point. So I looked over, going, "What the hell's going on here?" I'm not paying attention to this. I'm going to watch fencing.
In fairness, because I think it was between rounds. Between rounds 2 and 3, they were talking about how much of the Mimigul engine was actually helping. There's fuck all Mimiguls in there. It's one of each monster and the field spell. That's pretty much it.
I'm assuming he's just playing that to try and lock his opponent from normal summoning Snake Eyes Ash.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, he won that feature match, so
Good on him.
in some capacity it worked.
Maybe there's a Mimigul in day 2.
Oh, that'd be so good. Fucking 23 snake. I've reached out of frame. 23 Snake Eyes Fiendsmith, and then all the other stuff. I did this, it's fine.
It's a very straight arm.
It wasn't. And even if it is, it's still this. It's in the safe angle, Ben. I've seen the diagram.
I was side on. That was not the safe angle.
Anyway.
Gorbachev.
Anyway, I do hope that there's some interesting stuff in the top. Is it 64 or 32? It'd be 64.
64.
Surely.
They were all 64.
Yes.
It's a universal WCQ thing now
yeah,
where they
yeah.
will all be 64.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that there's some interesting stuff in the top 64.
Yep.
And
Also,
I hope there's
it's
a lot of shifter decks so that can
Also-
also fuck it off in August.
all 64 with less invites next year.
Makes no sense.
We'll see.
Makes no sense. Anyway, to news. So, Master Duel has announced a ban list coming into effect as of July 29, so only a couple of days. So, coming to 1, Heavy Storm.
Storm.
Yeah.
Will we get it in here? Maybe.
Well, I'll run it. Maybe. Do I need 2 Harvest
Destroy your own
Shadowdusters?
Flamebush in the back row. But you also destroyed your own field spell, so stuff's not going good for you.
And they're no longer on the limited list, because I think it was limited. Snatch Steal.
Didn't we get 2 ban lists this week?
Yeah, we
Ruined the
did.
fucking joke, you motherfucker. Stupid fuck.
I got
Ban list is
really
semi-limited.
confused. When the second ban list got dropped, I was like, this is 2 days.
Well, because one of them's for the packs, right? Because those cards are featured in the next pack.
Yes, the new pack, which has the Master Magia in it, also has this stuff in it, and some other random shit.
The wagon.
And the other ban list is a proper ban list.
Yes.
Proper is a stretch.
Speaking of which, ban list part 2. Forbidden, Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, and Ido the Supreme Magical Force, both of the branded lock targets that people usually go for, of which there are many available, so,
There's more.
Yeah,
pick a
I don't know
different
why you keep... Also, why you bother?
Just nuke branded. It's already hit quite a lot in that
Yeah,
thing.
like...
Just nuke the rest of the deck.
Or I'll just hit Puppet and move on.
Ban branded fusion.
That's fine.
Just shoot the deck.
Maybe.
out.
Maybe ban brand
You're
if
worried
you...
about branded fusion
No, we're
when
not
you're
wor-
playing Fiendsmith Snake Eye.
Not even playing Master Duel.
because it is the year 2024. Branded is whatever year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Branded fusion maybe should be banned so people stop putting in other decks.
I did
By
watch.
other decks, do you mean specifically Voiceless Voice?
Dark Magician.
I did watch
No one's doing that.
a very interesting video the other
Doesn't
day.
pay attention to Los's comments.
I've been watching him. He's not. Anyway, you've been...
I did watch a very interesting video the other day that talked about the ban list theory behind the OCG and Master Duel ban lists. And It essentially just went into the fact that there's a lot of people in the OCG that like refuse to change decks. They pick a deck, if they like the deck, they will just relentlessly play it. Hence the reason why Konami OCG never fully bans things, be it in Master Duel or in real life, because they're worried if they ban them, those players will just go, well, I'm just not playing anymore. So like there'll be people showing up playing like the fragments of whatever's left of like a deck that's been limited on all the main cards, just because they like that deck.
I appreciate the dedication.
I feel like that's almost a worldwide thing for Yu-Gi-Oh as well. But how many people do you reckon it is in the player base? Because we're all flexible.
Apparently, it's a lot.
Yeah, I couldn't never imagine being a one deck person. I like the flexibility. Maybe I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh fuckboy.
Sometimes.
Please never use that term again.
It's kind of contradictory, isn't it?
Yeah. What? I can't remember the term for that. No.
Don't say any slurs now.
Advanced English has failed me. Anyway, no longer on the Master Duel ban list. Super Heavy Samurai Wagon. Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier.
Wagon.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, it's unbanned.
What I said.
Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Divine Arsenal Sky Thunder. Zeus.
To 3.
Inferno Launcher and Sekka's Light.
I want Launcher back to 3 here. Give us Launcher to 3.
Is it not?
It's the last card still limited from that deck.
No. Do you care that much?
I just think it's a cool deck.
Or would you just put it with Fiendsmith and make the same
Yeah,
fucking ball?
that's where this is going.
You can make
So
Fiends.
fucking boring.
Any of those Light Fiends?
Not off the top of my head.
I don't think so. I think Light Fiend was beyond their time.
Yeah, okay.
Oh well, Search
Cool,
3 counter traps, played fucking Fusion, make an Appaloosa.
Launcher.
Speaking of which, that bitch is almost certainly gone too.
Appaloosa.
Yeah.
I'll take an Appaloosa ban.
100%.
What if they don't hit Snake Eyes, they just hit like Appaloosa IP? Which
Wouldn't
probably
surprise
isn't
me.
going to happen because they both just got reprinted and they need at least another 3 months selling that shit.
I like IP.
I don't know
I
if
need
they do.
IP. God, I hope they don't hit IP.
I got a Quartzy's Change of Heart today.
How?
The shop down the road from Good Games. I went in there to buy a binder and they had the Quartzy Change of Heart in the cabinet. I was like, can I get this please? He was like, no problem. The binder was $70 and the Change of Heart was $45. He was like, I'll do them both for $100.
Whoa!
Thank you. I like you. He's a nice guy.
Huge.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it different? Is it a different person or
No,
something?
it's the normal guy.
Okay. Any aliens in there yet?
No, but there was like weirdly 2 Eshe kids that were like desperate to try and finish a Pokemon Master set, and I was like, "This is interesting." Yeah, it's a weird crowd in there. Like not the people you'd expect to be playing card games all go in there to like buy and trade and stuff.
Maybe they are aliens.
Maybe
It's like Men in Black.
we're on to you.
So, moving on, we have some news about the events that are going to be happening around the WCS for this year. So, it's not really confirmed what regions this is happening for. As far as this is dictating, it seems to just be happening in the US and maybe the EU.
The Platinum.
There's a few different things.
Okay.
So yeah, the stainless steel Dark Magician Girl being released.
That is
that's-
Central America, North America, and Europe.
Yep. So that's releasing at 149. I'm assuming US.
It's currently very controversial as to how many they're actually made. They say 1 of 5,000, but they were still available for sale.
So they've fallen for this trap again.
Yes.
They burnt their bridge on the Blue Eyes. If they hadn't done a second run of the Blue Eyes, people probably would have bought these.
There's also only $150. The Blue Eyes was significantly more expensive.
Yes. Especially to those that sold it and then...
How do you buy these?
We had
You
to buy
buy
it through the
through
EU
their
website. So they had like 3 approved distributors for it.
Huh.
Damn.
Also, we get some promotional items for the 2013 Worlds card, Grandopolis, the Eternal Golden City, which is the turtle with the big city on the back.
The turtle.
So there's a deck box. No, sorry, a sleeve and a mat.
Is it Master or in
No, real life.
Turtle.
You buy.
Oh, can I buy this?
I think so. Yeah.
How much is it?
Sleeves are $9.99 US.
Where do I buy this from?
And the mat is 17. So currently, again, this has only been announced for certain regions. So it depends if we get it.
I genuinely want these. These are big ones for me.
Well, they're purchases, so you can just buy them.
I want the turtle.
Surely there'll be some lying around in Japan.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Turtle. And then they've also announced a bit more information about the tins that are coming out. So the tin dueling mirrors. What the fuck?
Nothing. Deal.
Live TikToks.
So it's containing a new artwork for Dark Magician Girl and Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Yes.
As well as obviously the alt art cards that we knew about: Tuning, Limiter Removal, Rageki, Harpy's Feather Duster. And then I think further down it gave us the breakdown again of what we're getting in it.
I think they said is the Legacy card pool a new announcement?
No.
Okay. It's like 40 Legacy cards in Quartzy.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll take it.
I thought they were all meant to be quartzy. I thought that whole second was only a 40 card pool. I thought it was bigger. I thought it was like 200 and blew the set out to like 500 cards.
Hang on, here we go. 50 different quarter century rares.
It'd be those. It's those. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 400 card set total.
Yeah.
So 350 from normal pool and then 50
Oh,
retro
okay.
cards.
So it's not a huge. Yeah. Gotcha.
Assuming that's the breakdown.
I
But anyway,
hope they're good.
so
Legacy
what's
cards.
the breakdown for them is per tin with your 3 packs, you're getting 24 commons, 9 ultras, 3 prismatic secrets, and 3 quarter century rares.
Okay. 3 quarter century rares, I'm assuming one will always be from that pool of 50.
Yeah, it won't be from. Oh yeah, so they won't quarter century rare anything from the previous sets because obviously that would contradict
True.
that.
Yes.
Yep, so the quarter century rares seem to be specifically for the retro cards / ultras.
So 3 from 50. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and then the rest. Ooh, actually, I really like that. That's just no different than trying to get different tin promos. It's almost like the we're back to the Nibiru style, except you know.
Those were the days.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Those were the days.
I still prefer the Hanzo tin, but we'll take
I have
this.
so many tin Hanzos.
We'll take this.
Then we had a bunch of new cards announced from the Rage of Abyss, I should say. So we have the newest of the Charmers, Area the Water Channeler.
Yeah.
Always treated as a charmer. So it's only just occurred to me because, like, obviously no one's ever used these cards, so no one's ever read them. They each search based on a different stat line. I didn't realize this. I just assumed that they all kind of did the same thing.
I think there was a time when you played wind in something.
Yeah, but who cares? So this one, discard it and a water monster. Add a water monster from your deck to your hand with a level equal to or higher than the other discarded monsters, and then the usual water lock for the rest of the turn as well. So you can do other stuff.
Yeah. Great
and
card.
then if a water monster is destroyed by battle, summon it from your hand. That's never triggering. Yeah, I'd say on balance, this is probably the best one.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that there's a whole bunch of water monsters that like being discarded as cost is also very helpful.
I mean, yeah, even excluding that, just the, like, less restrictive search terms, like equal or higher than the one you discard, like, that's...
So when are we going to get the fire one, then?
We had the fire one.
That does this?
Yeah.
Exactly that. Wait, discard a fire and search for a fire?
Yeah. We've had that for a while.
Have we? Yeah. I guess I don't like it because it's not discarding a water.
Yeah. Water's good. Jake still uses the old Yu-Gi-Oh! Prices app that hasn't updated in months.
Do we have...
There it is.
Do you have a dark one?
No, Dark and Light.
Yes.
They don't get non-links.
Yeah.
I think those are the only ones that don't exist yet, Dark and Light, although they'd have to make those, well, at least the Dark one, they'd have to make very restrictive. But yeah, there it is. So the fire one...
it would have been in...
Add a fire monster from your deck to your hand
How
with
old was
higher
it?
attack. Duelist Nexus. Had a
So we
quarter
get,
century rare
one a
printing.
year.
I mean, so it makes sense that this was in the year of fire.
Yep.
Cool.
Now this year has arrived, it is signified the year of water.
So now we're getting a crazy water Promethean that will completely make this irrelevant.
Oh, please. Please.
Water Wench, please.
What a wench.
Isn't Princess getting its own story mode in Master Duel?
I mean, whatever story you can tell.
Yeah, there's not much of a story to tell.
Maybe they announce other ones.
They announced it in the lore story the other day. It was basically, there's legends of a curse that gives you powers of fire but makes you grotesque. That was it.
If that's grotesque, the standards are...
Their standards are grotesque.
Speaking of water support, we get a fire/water support card in Surging Clash of Blazing Seas, on Blazing Seas.
Yes.
So this is the Fire King/Mermail support card. So activate one of these effects, discard a water monster to the graveyard, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it. It is a normal spell card, should highlight that. Destroy one fire monster in your hand, then you can draw one card. If your opponent only controls a monster... Oh, hang on. Yeah. So that's effect 1, so you choose one or the other. If your opponent controls a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one level 7 or 8 water or fire monster in your graveyard and special summon it.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
Arguably better for fire than it is for water.
Yeah.
You mean I can pop and then
See,
summon back?
surely this will take place of whatever the fire decks get whittled down to in a few months.
Yeah.
That this will have to be slid in there.
A few weeks.
Months.
Weeks.
Nah, they're not hitting Snake Eyes.
They fucking are.
Oh, they hit everything else.
Yeah.
Leave it.
I don't think
If they hit Savage Dragon, Appaloosa is fucked.
Yeah, Appaloosa's going to go eventually. I think Appaloosa's going to get banned this year. I don't think this list, next list, yes. Well, I saw a sad thing the other day, like the market price of OG Baron is now like 50 cents.
Wow. The fall from grace.
Yes,
This is worse than Dark Destroyer.
I was tempted to try
was
and pick up some of the
hilarious.
quarter century rares of like the Barone and the Savage, just on the off chance that when Snake Eyes dies, because it will, that all of those cards will start to come back.
I'll leave them banned. Makes the game more interesting.
Oh yeah, the game is super interesting at the moment.
It's incredibly interesting.
No.
Savage probably shouldn't come back. It's so easy.
Anyway,
Also in Rage of Abyss we have 2 new support cards for Centurion. So they get a level 4 Dark Pyro. Its effect on field, basically, if your opponent activates anything as Chainlink 2 or higher, changes its effect to place a Centurion from your field or grave back into the spell and trap zone.
so every opponent responds to your activation of a card.
Yeah, basically, you summon them all out, chain 3 the field spell, you try and pop the field spell. They're like, no,
I'm just going to get more resources.
well, it's putting one back.
I thought it puts it from deck to the back row.
I'll double check, but
I'm just going off, just listening to the into the back row, and I was like, how can they get the most value?
field or graveyard.
Okay. Graveyard still.
So it's not completely free.
Yeah.
And then during the main phase, if it's a continual trap, summon it. So that's all it really does, is just interruption for the interruption.
It's good. I like it.
More importantly, they do get a level 8. So this one, if this card is synchro summoned, add a Emblema card, which is, I think, on most of their good spell and trap, from your deck to your grave, and then destroy one card your opponent controls and one card you control. This special summon card cannot be destroyed by battle unless it was summoned from the extra deck. And then if a face-up Centurion leaves a field by an opponent's card effect, special summon it from the graveyard. It is a level 8 tuner synchro.
Okay. It's fine enough.
Yeah. Kurt, who is an avid fan of the deck, was very excited for these 2 cards.
He still thinks he's going to have Calamity.
Yeah, that also needs to go.
We continue. We're not ban list talk. We don't talk ban lists. Ban lists is ages away.
I'm going to be mentioning these passively for the next couple of weeks. So, Valmonica also gets their 1 support
I
card.
called it last week.
You did. Did you call it being garbage?
Garbage. It's a tidying.
It's actually, it's not, I don't like it. It's not what the deck needed, but...
It's lazy support. Just
Yeah.
whacking a counter trap on a deck is a signifier that they don't care.
Like, if you've already got the other trap and everything else you need, it isn't the worst card to have in a deck as to go, oh, it's an extra negate. But it is not what it needed.
So yeah, spell trap monster effect activated while you control a Valmonica Link monster, negate destroyed. Banish this card from your graveyard, shuffle Valmonica cards from your banished face-up extra deck into the deck up to the number of resonance counters on your field, and then you draw 1 for every 3 cards shuffled.
Yeah. Feels bad for the resonance, but the best thing about this card, I said it in the chat, is in the artwork there is a monster that we haven't seen. So therefore,
more support for
Although
Bragg.
it doesn't seem to be getting that card in Rage of Abyss because they announced
Yeah.
the dregs of that the other day.
yeah, we're completely out. So whoever that random person is, and if anyone thinks that is Celestrus in the portal, you're insane. No, they're not wearing a dress. It looks like a backpack and a hat. It looks like a musketeer almost. It's out of focus though, so I am very much
It's an
reaching.
adventure card.
Oh my god, it kind of does, doesn't it? Hey, doesn't Enchantress work with the other thing? Can you channel and discard a frog, search Enchantress?
Maybe? I don't know.
No idea what you're talking about. Anyway, Terminal World 2 has been announced for the OCG. This one they haven't hinted at as many of the archetypes that are going to be supported. The two that they have said are Fabled and Jurak.
Yeah, so the rest of the dual terminal stuff.
Is there not more?
From that one.
Not from
Yeah,
any
but
of
that
them.
was shit though. Oh.
'Cause,
Was
like-
Evolso after Jurak? Weren't they?
We're getting Necros support.
And finally,
That's
the
where this all
Necros trap.
goes.
The trap!
That's where this.
It's all going to
goes.
culminate in a Necros trap. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Ends.
So there will be 4 themes they have confirmed. There will be 4 themes supported, of which only 2 have been actually noted.
Necros and Shadol were in the same lore, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird that like they different sets and yeah.
But even looking at the Terminal World 1, those were all from different sections.
Wait, I thought they were all in the same universe.
They're all in the same universe, but they're different timelines.
What's
Oh, yeah.
what's the countdown to DUEA's release?
3 weeks.
3 weeks from the release of DUEA.
What even is that?
Duelist Lines. The start of Shadol's.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was
Then
so
we get
confused.
10-year flashback. We're all
Oh,
going
does
to
that mean
time
we have
travel.
do we have to build shit
Yeah.
for that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
supposed to
but
be
we got
good.
till November to run it. And then YCS 2015-3. No, 2014-3.
So much thinking. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what support gets announced for those, because Fable Lurie might not get banned in order to keep the actual Fable cards going.
Fable Lurie wasn't even thought of. It was like Raven
I've
and
thought of
everything
it.
else. Yeah, true.
Anyway, moving on to some questions. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord link, will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Our first question this week comes to us from a new member of the Discord, Great Wave.
Hi, Great Wave.
Those were shit waves.
I always wave to our new Discord people.
You could give a great wave though.
Yeah, Great Wave for Great Wave.
Treat everyone equally. In our Discord. By that I mean I barely respond to them because I get so many Discord notifications that I just kind of don't.
Yeah, but most of them are from a bot, so you can find fucking hundos.
Hey, how dare you make accusations about me?
I have photographic evidence of such. Anyway, Great Wave's question is, what are your thoughts on Konami releasing old structure decks like Realm of Light, and do you think they will move on to some other structures?
I like it. They've already been doing it for a while. We need to keep doing it.
Yes.
They redid the Blue Eyes one. They redone this one. I think there was another one they redid in there.
I think they announced the Blue Eyes one before we'd even known there was, like, good Blue Eyes support
Well,
coming,
we-
right?
They redid the Dino one, but then they
Yeah, they
didn't
did.
do the Ancient Gear one because that has Maxi in it, and they were like, ignore
We're
this.
talking about flat reprints, not the retrains, yeah?
Straight reprints of the starter
Straight
decks.
reprints, yeah.
Realm of Light, 2.
Actually, Mermail was a structure deck, was it not?
No, Atlanteans were.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, they're going to need to do that if all this Mermail
Well,
support's
there's.
coming
I
out.
mean, the original one didn't have any mermals in them. You had to. You
Yeah,
buy
but
3
you-
structure decks, take the Atlanteans out, the rest.
Yeah, but you need Dragoons. And Dragoon hasn't been reprinted in a long, long time.
Goons. It's an Astral Pack Super.
Dragooning cave.
No, it was the Astral Pack Ulti
Where's the
Why
Super
haven't
from?
you done that?
from that structure.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, no, I think it's really solid. I wish they did it more, to be honest.
What I want to see is more like main set reprints. Like they redid the other.
Yeah, they don't do that often enough. Like, they did it with Power of the Elements, which was the most recent one, and that didn't matter because they killed the deck that people wanted it for.
I'm talking old reprint sets. Like, they're reprinting the Light of Destruction. I think it comes out, like, next week. We're getting... I want old set reprints. Like, just randomly fucking drop us reprints. Why not? Whatever Merms came in originally, reprint that set.
Wasn't that set really hard to actually pull them because
They're all
wasn't it like a Gladiator's Assault type deal?
Nah, I wasn't playing at that time.
No, I thought it was... Didn't it get its own? Well, we'll look.
Anyway, next question is from Tuesday's Noob. After seeing the first results come in, what's your ban list wants and your reasonable unban wishes?
We will not be discussing that now. Please tune in 3 weeks' time when we are.
We won't be, but we might. Bragg, any thoughts?
No.
I have so many. I've already started my tab of like bans, limits, and all that kind of thing. It's big. It's got to be big. But yeah, because Ben doesn't want to acknowledge that his deck is broken, it's probably going to get banned. He doesn't want to talk about it. So, moving on to 6x6 questions, of which there are 4.
Yes.
Question number 1. What is your favourite style of snack biscuit? Savoury, rice crackers, shortbread, chocolate, filled, meat?
Yeah. Apparently at the
Ben's
moment.
on a diet at the moment.
No, it's those like chocolate topped digestives.
Those are a nice staple biscuit, yeah.
Those are phenomenal. Any biscuit that has a bit of chocolate topping, great.
I am a big fan of chip cookies of different descriptions. So choc chip, obviously the staple. White choc macadamia, also a fucking great biscuit.
Like prepackaged, long shelf life cookies, like with chips in them. I always find it really shit.
Do you know what? The unironically, the only gluten-free food that I would actually go out and buy are the gluten-free Coles choc chip cookies. They fucking slap.
You're taking them out of the mouths of people that need them.
Good, because most people that think they're gluten-free aren't actually gluten-free, so they shouldn't have them anyway.
Okay.
Just eat whatever's on special.
It's right. If the gluten-free people come to attack me, they're too weak to do anything.
Aldi's home brand cookies used to be phenomenal back in the day. They're like 40% choc chip biscuits. Great.
Because the Coles ones are good, the Woolies ones sucked.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember one of them being shit.
I used to
so
always...
then I just avoided them in general, because I'm like, I have no idea which box this was, I'm not going to find out.
When I was young, the Aldi ones were great, and they changed them, and then the Coles ones were good.
Yeah.
And now it's been a while since I've gone and bought the...
There was a brand that my mum used to buy from Aldi, I think specifically. I think it was like called Cottage Green or something like that. And they made a white choc macadamia biscuit in like a big pack. And I would eat all of them. Every single one. Like a big mug of milk and dunk. And that is my preferred way to eat
How I
biscuits.
normally eat biscuits.
With milk?
No, the entire bag at once, because I have an impulsive thing where if I open a food product, I have to eat the whole thing.
Yeah. So what my brother used to do as well, because like we weren't supposed to be eating these things, he would open the pack and then turn it around so he couldn't see that the pack had been opened. I remember once it got so bad, he'd eaten all the way to the start where like there was just one biscuit left, and then I think it was my mum had gone to eat them, but there was one biscuit left.
Well, no, it would have been funnier.
She lost her shit.
It would have been funny if she picked them up to open the other end and then just slid out the other end and the last one fell on the floor.
Wagon wheels. I really like wagon wheels.
I don't mind a wagon wheel every so often. Actually, I don't know if they do them anymore because I haven't been looking, but Good Games used to put the occasional one or two in the fridge.
I don't agree with that opinion.
I love cold biscuits. Mint slices that have been
Those
in
are
the fridge.
only good
Oh, what, you just
fridgeable.
hate teeth structure?
Yeah.
Those are the only good fridgeable biscuit, because that makes the mint cold.
Fridgeable.
But then it hurts to bite into, and then the mint like slides off the top of the biscuit, and then you got the rest of the biscuit.
I never have this issue.
Yeah,
I
these are not
also
problems
put
I
them.
have.
On cold... Oh, whatever.
I also put them whole into my mouth,
I'll take one more.
and then they melt a little bit, and then I bite in. It's fantastic.
I've got to start stretching my mouth ready for...
Mind you, I like chew on Chubba Tubs, so my teeth structure is...
Note that.
Yeah.
You got head from this, man.
Question number 2 from 636.
Poor Chopper Chop.
Do you have a favorite cryptocurrency? No.
Doge!
Buy Bitcoin. I'm currently invested. I plan to skirt tax laws.
That's a thing to say out loud.
Apparently, it's something I can legally do. So
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't withdraw it,
exactly.
they can't get you.
As long as you don't withdraw it and realize
The
those
government
gains
will never
in this country.
I'll never see the $20.
You said you were traveling land this year, right?
Oh, yeah, to a place with even more stringent laws.
Yeah.
They're probably even doing a currency over there by now. A bunch of places did. Now,
Question 3.
Ethereum.
Do you think Lyrilusk will get more support? No.
Yeah, eventually.
Yes.
So then, like,
It just got support.
yeah. We'll just keep going.
What do you mean just got support?
I'm sure they released some fucking wind beast searcher. I don't know. Something.
No, that's Flundery's support. All bird support is now Flundery's.
They did just get a hand trap. The flappy hand trappy. Works with that deck.
Yeah, but I don't think Lyrilusk can search it because it's not level 1.
Yeah.
By design, I imagine.
Yeah, probably. So otherwise you just put a Lyrilusk engine in like every one of your decks and just search a hand trap.
Okay.
Then last question from 6R6 and indeed for the podcast. What archetype is the most absurd that you really enjoy playing?
Absurd.
Combo absurd or just fucking stupid?
I think he means like fucking stupid.
Fuck, I should have pre-read this. I'm blanking.
Yeah.
Well, mine's Metaphys. That deck has no business being anywhere. Very fun though.
I don't consider any decks that I play absurd. I think they're all perfectly rational and
Jesus Christ.
reasonable to play. Why
Feel
would
like-
I insult any of my decks?
I feel like Dark Worlds used to feel like real degenerate. Like you're just making your opponent discard cards that they need. Like they're not getting punished for it because they haven't switched to BA or whatever. And you can just pop skill drain and just go, all right, well, Graph is back. Like skill drain does not affect me.
Like,
Clears a little bit too.
my answer probably would have been Rescue Ace if it was asked this time last year. But now, like, that deck's good and it's been hit on the ban list. I wouldn't consider it absurd anymore.
I mean, Unchained was probably in that boat until around that same time period.
Yeah.
Absurd's a... Clarify absurd.
Yeah, clarify absurd and I'll answer your question.
Yeah, re-ask this question with the definition.
Define your absurd. Stupid, crazy
And
combo?
we'll reassess next week.
Yes.
If there is a next week.
If there is. That meteor's coming.
Thank you all very much for listening and watching. If you are watching along, feel free to like and subscribe. If you are listening, feel free to favourite, jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, and we'll catch you all next week. Peace.
Bye.